Ladies and gentlemen, this really says it all right here. See, Trump ran the casinos in New Jersey, and I can tell you his business flopped. I can tell you that firsthand. Am I surprised at this headline? No, no. In fact, I bet you Melania, as First Lady, her staff is probably more stable than Trump's. I'm not surprised that he can't keep people. I sure would never want to work for him. And apparently, no one else does too. But he wants to convince all of us that his administration is way better than all of the previous ones before him. Nobody's buying it. It's way too many as vacancies pile up in Trump administration. Senators grow concerned. Trump can't keep people. He can't keep people. So this came out February 4th, 2019. From the Justice Department to Veterans Affairs, with swaths of the government have top positions filled by officials serving in an acting capacity or no one at all. More than 2 years into Trump's term, the president has an acting chief of staff, attorney general, defense secretary, interior secretary, office of management, and budget director, and environmental protection agency chief. To deal with the number of vacancies in the upper ranks of departments, agencies have been relying on novel and legally questionable personnel moves that could leave the administration policies open to court challenges. The lack of permanent leaders has started to alarm top congressional Republicans who are pressing for key posts to be filled. It's a lot. It's way too many. Senator James Lankford, a Republican Oklahoma, said of the acting positions in cabinet agencies, you want to have confirmed individuals there because they have a lot more authority to be able to make decisions and implement policy when you have a confirmed person in that spot. By any standards, Trump's administration lags behind its predecessors when it comes to filling top posts throughout the government, even though the president's party has controlled the Senate for his entire time in office. The Partnership for Public Service, which has tracked nominations as far back as 30 years, estimates that only 54% of Trump's civilian executive branch nominations have been confirmed, compared to 77% under Barack Obama. The Trump administration is slower to fill jobs and has higher turnover than any administration we have record for. So he's breaking records in the turnover rate in his administration. I told y'all Trump can't keep people. He couldn't even keep people in New York. What makes you think he's going to keep people as president? He's not, said the group's president and chief executive, Max Stier. So as you can see, large federal department lack permanent leadership. And you can see, just looking at this chart, so Veterans Affairs filled 83%, energy 78%, defense 77%. And then you got all of these in the light green, nominations pending, Senate approval, and acting secretary. So, really, none of the positions in these different departments are filled. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Look at how many of these positions, nothing is at 100%. Nothing. Nothing. The 83% is probably the closest there is in his administration. Republicans have largely blamed Senate Democrats for slowing down the consideration of executive branch nominees. But according to an analysis by the Partnership for Public Service and the Washington Post, the White House has not bothered to nominate people for 150 out of 705 key Senate confirmed positions. Three departments are facing a particularly high number of vacancies. Only 41% of the Interior and Justice Department Senate confirmed posts are filled, and just 43% of these positions have been filled at the Labor Department. The highest ranking position at Justice, which, like Interior, has been operating without a permanent secretary for weeks, has been vacant for nearly a year with no nominee in sight. Wow. Yeah, all we see is a whole string of people leaving. That's all we see. And so much for this business person was going to be better and blah, blah, blah. And he's not panning out to be better. He's panning out to be worse. And all we're seeing is the country going on a serious decline since Trump has been in office. We're not progressing. We're not progressing at all. And they know it. That's why they're alarmed by this stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, brace for more people leaving in droves from the Trump administration. I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. And some of the trolls would come here and try to say, oh, this happens in all the men. No, it doesn't. Not at this level. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. He's really got the worst track record as far as keeping a cabinet. This is by far the worst, which I'm not surprised. It usually is this way, ladies and gentlemen, even out in mainstream. Look at some of these companies that have high turnover rates and look at who's running the company. Just take a look. It won't be a surprise that it's happening in the case of Trump either. Okay? It's more common than you think. I have seen these folks claim they're so capable, high IQ, high this knowledge, that knowledge. And then when you look at their departments, they can't keep people. They can't keep nobody. People are always coming and going. And they don't want to look at themselves and realize maybe I'm not the right person for this job, or maybe I'm just doing things wrong. No, we don't want to do that. We want to blatantly be ignorant and act like we're not the cause of anything when you really truly are. And I have seen management be so negative towards their workers that they turn around and leave. But they will never blame them for the turnover rate when they really should be blamed. Especially when you see departments that are not thriving within a company. And just look at who's heading that department. That's where the blame belongs. But see, many of these folks don't believe the captain should go down with the ship. So when the fingers start pointing, all they do is profess their innocence. They had nothing to do with this. They had nothing to do with that. But yet the department is not progressing. And that's exactly what I see when it comes down to Trump and his administration. You know, he talks a good game, but when it comes down to the real deal, he's flopping. I mean, this man has failed at every business that he had up and running. What makes you think he is going to do any better as a president? I think by now you should see he's not capable of doing better. What you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best this man can do. This is it. This is absolutely it. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.